Cool. So this is 5 ways to make money while social distancing. Keep calm and grow your income is the actual title of this. And just want to, guys, give you some hope, some peace in the midst of this crazy storm we're all dealing with. A lot of you, I see your names and I already know that you're doing an online business, and that's awesome. Aren't you glad that you've already done this? You already have these tools. There's so many people that don't have these tools yet, and that's what we're trying to change. That's what we are doing. Jerry's asking about the Facebook group. Oh, you got it. Awesome.
Yeah.
So guys, Ryan Rieger is my name. Jenny Hunt is my business partner, friend. We met a few years ago at a conference. Go to conferences. You'll meet so many cool people. I wrote a book called Private Label, The Easy Way for selling your brand of an item on Amazon. It was just a book. And then Jenny came along and helped me turn it into a course, a mentoring program with a mastermind program, live events, a recurring revenue model built out of it. So just multiple streams of income from that one piece of content. And so we want to share some of the things that we've learned, some of the things we're doing, some of the things we have done, some of the things our friends and our audience, our students are doing right now to make money online. And so we'll dig into it. Keep calm. Nobody else knows what they're doing either.
Well, you know what? Okay, so I'm going along this keep calm theme, which actually I'm not a huge fan of, but I think it's really funny. But that personal opinion aside, as I was looking for graphics, I thought, you know what? Where we are today is unprecedented. Right. And so in a way, nobody knows what they're doing. We're all just going to jump in. And what's so cool, I mean, we do know what we're doing. We have tools, we have resources, we've done things before. But there are so many factors and things around our circumstances that are brand new. That's why I thought this was a bit appropriate, and hopefully we'll get some chuckles, because guys, humor is a really great outlet.
It is.
For, stressful circumstances. This one's my favorite.
Keep calm and drink coffee. Yes.
Except for I can't drink coffee right now, so drinking tea. But just. It's not a bad time to slow down and to stop. And sometimes circumstances require us to do that and reevaluate and look at, you know what is possible? What's the quote that Dan Miller?
What does this make possible?
Yeah. What does this make possible? Now, these things we're going to share with you are all opportunities that have been around for a while. They're not brand new, but the opportunities to reach more people, I think, has increased significantly as more people are home.
Yeah.
And then, of course,
call Batman. That's always a good
one.
one.
I should have put the graphic of you with the Batman mask on this one.
That's right. Why not? Why did you do that?
Yeah, sorry. In Ryan's other life, apparently he's Batman. So keep calm and call Batman. I'll leave his phone number in the chat. I'm just kidding. Anyway, the point is, guys, there's a lot of things that are out of our control. Yeah. And that's okay. We can not panic. We don't have to panic. We don't have to live in fear. We can make some decisions. There's a lot of opportunity still that's out there and that's presenting itself. And we need to put that hat on and keep calm and look at those opportunities. So here we go. Ways to grow your income while social distancing. So while we are home, a lot of really what social distancing is providing is more online opportunities. So all of the things we're going to be talking about are really around being able to use the internet. And many of you know this. How many of you are selling on Amazon? We've already got some questions about Amazon because they released some fun news recently that has been a surprise to a lot of people. So Amazon, though, is still a great opportunity. Ryan, you want to talk about that?
Absolutely. I just sent, so Benji's on here. Benji, I sent you a message. I had a question about something specific. So yeah, guys, Amazon, you guys probably know Jenny and I from teaching people how to sell on Amazon. And for us, it's a tool. It's an opportunity that I've seen so many people be able to quit their jobs, create a very nice side income or a very nice full-time income. And so it's one of the opportunities that I've never seen anything like it, because you literally could start with $0 and zero experience and grow a serious business. And I know people that have done that. Like if you have no money right now, you're completely nervous about what's happening. Simple strategies like go to find a friend who has stuff that they need to sell, or maybe you have items from around your house right now that you could sell on Amazon and send it in, or go to a friend and do what we call consignment, where you take things out of their house, or maybe they just had a garage sale a few weeks ago and they still got stuff in their garage that they want to get rid of. Sell it online for them. Doesn't have to be Amazon, but Amazon's a great place to do this. Is all the eyeballs are already there anyway. Take it from them, put it online, sell it, and split the profits. That's a way right now that's all of you that are on here. If you're in a position where you need money right away, you could do this strategy. You can even put it, we'll talk about other platforms, but you could take some of that stuff and put it on Facebook Marketplace or Craigslist and get almost a way more faster turn of your money there. So zero experience, $0, and you can have a business. That's why I love talking about Amazon. But there's so many different strategies, and there's so many ways to do it on Amazon. You could start with around your house, with going to a friend and doing consignment. Find people who have stuff that they want to get rid of. I guarantee there's people right now that are nervous about what's happening, and they would love to have the knowledge of how to sell it online and turn that stuff in their garage or in their house into cash. Well, it's so super easy to do. We'll share with you some resources. We're going to have a resource page that we'll send you to if you want more information about learning about this. Some of you guys that are on here, you already know this stuff. So use it, take advantage of your knowledge and bless somebody else with it. So real quick, a couple of different ways to do Amazon, RA and OA. So what in the world does that mean? Well, it means retail arbitrage and online arbitrage. So retail arbitrage is essentially finding an item at a physical retail store and then selling it online for more than you paid for it. That's arbitrage. And so retail meaning at the retail store. This could be Walmart. This could be Lowe's. This could be Home Depot. This could be regional stores like Jenny up in the Northwest. You guys have Fred Meyer. We have Kroger. It could be grocery stores, especially right now with grocery. Some of my students that are in our Legends program, their sales have gone through the roof because of this, because people are buying online and they sell a lot of groceries, and they're having record days of sales. So it's finding stuff at a retail store and selling it online, and specifically at this instance, Amazon. Online arbitrage, you're doing the exact same thing, only you're doing it from a retail site. So Walmart.com or Lowe's.com or gosh, all the millions of .com sites that are out there that you can purchase product. You can find items that you can buy from there and send it to Amazon and sell it. You actually don't even have to touch it, because we have friends that have what's called prep centers, and they will take that inventory for you. So you could go to Walmart.com, have it sent to a prep center, and then they will do whatever Amazon needs and like put the label on it and ship it to Amazon for you. And then when it sells, Amazon will pay you. So that's online arbitrage, and it's something that you can do right behind your computer with social distancing. This is perfect. You never even have to walk outside your house to do online arbitrage. Wholesale, this is like going right to the source and, going to the wholesale company. Usually you're gonna have a little bit higher minimum orders, but you can, once you have an item that's selling well, you just got to keep it in stock. We have a lot of people that do that in our community. They just build wholesale relationships. Maybe they get the exclusive where they're the only seller on Amazon for that product. There's a whole course on wholesale that we can point you to if that's a direction you want to go. The margins on wholesale aren't always as great as RA and OA, but it's completely replenishable. Again, you find something that's selling, you just got to keep it in stock. Number 3, private label. This is where you are selling your own brand of an item. So instead of selling somebody else's phone cases, you're selling yours. Maybe you're selling your mug or your notebook or your pens, or literally millions of different product ideas that you can use with private label. If you guys are already selling on Amazon right now, and some of the changes that Amazon is making right now are causing you to pivot, well, now is a perfect time to learn wholesale or learn private label and add some of these streams of income onto your business. But Amazon's great. It's an opportunity, guys, where you don't have to set up a website and then hope people come to you. You literally just list your products and it's in front of the world.
And some people are asking about bundling. Of course, you can bundle within these 3 strategies and put, increase your price point and serve even better with the convenience factor of putting items that people tend to buy together. So there's lots of opportunity there as well. whole point here is Amazon is really not going anywhere.
Mm-hmm.
They're doing very well right now, even though there's might be some news that sounds scary. It's really
Uh-huh.
not. You know, I just actually, can I say this? I am getting ready to launch my podcast and just did an episode about looking at Amazon as a tool. These are tools. This is not a business, it's your tool to make money. And so when you look at it
Yeah.
as a tool and Amazon comes out and they say, hey, we're going to change the rules a little bit, you're able to pivot. And that's very
Mm-hmm.
powerful. So, you know, bundling is a great strategy as well.
Mm-hmm.
But Amazon is not going anywhere right now. It's still very good and a great place to get in.
Totally. Now is the time to do this. If you've ever been thinking about, man, I should start selling on Amazon, now more than ever would be the time to learn it.
Yes. Okay. So on to one of my more favorite topics is not necessarily print on demand, but I love the opportunity that print on demand has for people, and it's zero out of pocket costs because it's print on demand. So let me just tell you real quick what print on demand is. It's basically when there is a product, I'm going to use books for an example. That's the first one, KDP with Kindle Direct Publishing. So when you have, you can create a book, publish a book. It doesn't cost you anything. Amazon creates the listing. When you set the price, when a customer buys the book, then you get a royalty and Amazon takes their cut. So you don't have to put any money up front. Yes, Amazon makes money from the book sale, but there's no out-of-pocket costs. And that's how it is with all print on demand. With merch, it's t-shirts, excuse me, hats, sweatshirts. So you're putting a design up. They don't even create the product until somebody's
Mm-hmm.
made an order. Okay, so once that order comes in, then you get your cut. Amazon takes their cut. So I wanted to just real quick talk about KDP specifically, and books. So when people hear Kindle Direct, two things. When people hear books, usually they shut down and go, no, I'm not going to write a book. That's crazy. And I totally hear you. However, let me just say that you don't have to write a book to publish a book. Okay, you can use what we call low content or no content books. I'm talking about journals, prompts, doodle books, game activity type books. Gosh, a couple years ago, Ryan, I took you to a bookstore and I'm
Yep,
like, okay,
I
you just
remember.
need to go and look, let's just take pictures of every book we can find that is a low content or a no content book. And we were there for, I don't know, 45 minutes or an hour, got like 100 pictures of different books. It was crazy. There's so many types of books that are not actually written books that, you know, where
Right.
it's a story. You don't have to write a novel. You can literally just put lines inside. You can do a prompt journal. It's very easy. But usually when people think, so first of all, books tend to shut people down. Don't let it shut you down. It doesn't have to be a big deal. It's super easy process. Secondly, with Kindle Direct Publishing, you a lot of people think, oh, it's going to be for my Kindle device, it's an ebook. Kindle Direct Publishing now does paperback books. I mean, I'm talking about like real, shoot, I don't have a book with me, real books. Like my books are published on KDP, and there we go. Is that's a Create Space KDP,
It
same
is.
thing.
Uh-huh. Yep.
Yeah, they're real books, they're good quality. When I show them to people, they're like, wow, really, this was with KDP? It's a great way to generate revenue. Let me say this too. Right now, the world's different. Kids are home. Maybe you're looking for something for them to do. This is a great thing for them to do. Even the merch, and Zazzle, I'll talk about in a second as well. My daughter self-taught herself at about 12, 13 how to do KDP and created her first journal. It just had a watermark of a flower inside on every page. It was super cool. And it cost her nothing to do. And, you know, she has it up on Amazon. It makes sales for her. So KDP is an amazing opportunity, and there's different strategies you can use to you know, like Amazon has different strategies. The same thing with KDP. Just real quick, one, you can bundle with KDP. That's a really great strategy. You can partner with other businesses, help them get a journal up. Maybe you know coaches, life coaches, therapists that are asking their clients to journal. You can create a branded journal for them. Gyms, you can go in and do a tracking log for a trainer. that's branded to them, and you can work with people once you learn how to do the KDP process. Okay, merch is similar. It's t-shirts, sweatshirts, and hats. It's also on Amazon. It's a little bit different, a little bit more difficult to get into. You have to be approved for an account. You do not for KDP. And Zazzle is a whole nother ball game as well. You can do pretty much anything on Zazzle. You should go poke around on it. It's lots of fun. Anything, and they will put a design on it. Phone covers, sunglass cases, water bottles, aprons, chef hats, just mugs of all different kinds and styles. The thing is, I'll just say KDP and merch, and I'm not as familiar with Zazzle, but the value of being on KDP or being on merch versus other platforms is that they are part of Amazon's platform. And like Ryan said, that's where the eyeballs are. Okay. Yeah. People are already going to Amazon more than any other store, I would argue. I haven't looked at the data to confirm that, but when people are looking to go online, usually the first place they go is Amazon. And so when you're using merch and KDP, you are getting on Amazon's platform at no cost. So that's a really cool, easy way to start generating some revenue. Now, I know some questions came up.
Yeah, I answered the ones in the Q&A. Tracy's asking, can you use KDP to replace your job? Okay. Can it offer that much potential to replace income? Short answer, yes. Yep. I know people that are doing solely KDP and making a lot of money.
Yes. So. And there's, like I said, there's different ways to do that with bundling, partnering, or just getting books up. And one person, one of my students sent me in December, I think it was, their royalty for that a month. It wasn't even a month. It was like 23 days in. I don't remember if it was November or December for the actual data collection, but it was almost $10,000. So, and now he had ad spend out of that, but there was no inventory costs for him. Yeah. So it's a viable option for sure. So that's the second one. And number 3.
Other platforms. So you guys know that there's so many, besides Amazon, there's places like Facebook Marketplace, Etsy, eBay. eBay is actually making a comeback. My friend Greg Perry is getting ready to put together some information on maybe even a whole eBay course, but how to leverage eBay, because it kind of died down when Amazon got really popular, and it's actually coming back. He's doing really, really, really well on eBay. If kind of going up from the bottom here, Etsy, if you make stuff, you have handmade things, if you have a 3D printer, if you crochet, if you, I've only bought from Etsy once or twice, honestly, but if you do any of those things.
I want to hear you keep talking about it.
Etsy is a great platform. Amazon also has their handmade. So if you do any that, my aunt makes crocheted bookmarks. And she sells them on Etsy, and she also sells them on Amazon handmade. It's a platform like Etsy, but just for Amazon. Okay. So Etsy is a great option. What are you going to say?
Let me say something about Etsy.
Yeah, please.
One
Help me out.
You can do there also is you can sell digital goods. So you can, Hallie, my daughter's working on this right now. She is an amazing artist, and she does really cool stuff with painting, but she also does cool art on the computer. So you can do word art or, any kind of design. You can actually sell those as a downloadable PDF on Etsy. So it doesn't have to be, if you're not crafty, you don't have to be. You can make posters, like things that people would put in frames, right? There's all kinds of things. So Etsy is a great platform to,
if you have one of those Cricut machines, you can make stuff like that, and so you don't have to make it until it actually sells. Like for example, we Callan's first birthday, he was into something called Little Baby Bum. It's an English cartoon, and they're just not as much here. And so we had to go on Etsy, and we found somebody who made the characters for his cake out of fondant. And I know they didn't have them just sitting on a shelf waiting for us to buy it. We bought it, and then they made it and shipped it to us. And so it's not like 2-day shipping or anything like that. It's not as fast as like Amazon Prime, but you're supporting a small business, and you're getting things that are a lot of times totally handmade by that person right after you purchase it. So it's a really cool platform. Facebook Marketplace, Jenny and I, she's more of a friend of Jenny's than me, but somebody, for example, that does really, really, really well on Facebook Marketplace, goes to stores like TJ Maxx and Ross, and we could talk forever about her because she has, it's a little bit more detailed, but essentially she has, if you guys know those buy, sell, trade groups, like we have one here in South Lake, Texas. I know Jenny probably has lots of them in Portland, Oregon. And you can put your stuff for sale on just regular Facebook Marketplace, but also there's groups dedicated to buying and selling goods. Well, our friend has her own group where she's the only person that sells anything in this group. And she has hundreds of thousands now.
She has thousands, and
thousands
I don't know,
of ladies,
like,
mostly ladies in there. Yeah, and she's the only seller.
She's the only seller, and she had, last I looked, it was like 6,000 people maybe. So, but she didn't start that way. She started by just selling on Facebook Marketplace and in local groups, and then she was selling the same kinds of things. So that's important, I think. If you want to you could sell anything on Facebook Marketplace, but if you want to think bigger picture, niche down, get into a niche. So she does a certain kind of home decor, and she was always listing things that were in this particular type of style of home decor. And so then people started contacting her, and they're like, hey, I want to, do you have any more of these? Because all of her items were new. And I actually was texting her. She was in line at Ross. Like, Jenny, you will not believe this. I came in and she had already listed things, but had sold them all out, and people had been asking for more. If there was,
oh my gosh, while she was in line?
More. No, so while she's in line, she hadn't even bought them yet. She's responding to people. Yes, I've got one more. Okay, I have one more. And she's responding with what she had sitting there in her cart. She said, I have my whole cart sold before I've even bought them while she's in line to buy them. So people were coming to her and saying, hey, do you have any more of these? Because she was serving a niche. Okay, so that's kind of an important strategy for using Facebook Marketplace that way. Then when enough people were coming to her, she's like, man, I should just put them in a group. So that's how her own Facebook group started. And she has so much control in that group. It's insane. And she does auctions. So I've known her for years. She was a mentor of mine early on, and she does auctions. She'll list something in her groups, and she's the only seller. If she wants to know, like, what is the market going to pay for this particular item? She might have 5 of them, but she'll take a picture and she'll say, okay, it starts at $1. Every comment, you have to at least bid up $1. And so she'll do that, and it'll sell for $30. And then she'll go back to the person who bid 29, the person who bid 28, 27, 26, and she'll offer the other 4. So she'll sell them all. It's just crazy. It's a great, great strategy. It's a great way. What she did, she got started because she was redecorating her house. She didn't have the money to do that. So she went and bought things that she wanted for her house, and she bought 3 of each. So 1 for her to keep, 2 to sell, and that would pay for the one she was keeping and make money for her. She is killing it.
She's also really, really good at taking pictures and staging the stuff.
She is very good at that.
You're not taking clothes. I don't think she does many clothes, but she's not taking an item clothing, for example, and putting it on the floor and taking a picture.
Exactly. No, she's not at all. She does stage it very well. And I would say that is huge, makes a huge difference in separating you from the competition.
Yeah.
Most people do. They just put the stuff on the floor and they take a picture of it. She gets in and she'll get real detailed pictures. She could do a whole class on that. But
guys, seriously, the Facebook Marketplace, don't worry about what she's done, because that's a little bit more advanced strategy. You could totally do that. But if you wanted to get started on Facebook Marketplace, you literally could find stuff around your house, take a picture of it, but take a really good picture, stage it somewhere. Don't just, take something that you would be like, because pictures are what's going to sell it, obviously. Right. So make sure it's a really good picture, and you're going to do porch pickup, and people will leave cash under your mat. You never even have to touch them because you weren't social distancing and all that. So
just get the gloves on when you're picking up the money. She did money underneath the mat. She now has a box out front because she has so many people coming through, but she's never had an issue with people stealing things or taking money or, whatever. So that's a great thing. And have fun with the pictures. We did, my son was selling things a couple years ago, maybe on Facebook Marketplace's toys, and he would stage them, action figures and stuff, and he'd have them all set up and he'd take really fun pictures. People respond to that. It's a social place. Yeah. So have fun with it.
Love it.
You do not have to meet people to make the sale like Craigslist. One of the things that she was telling me was, I think that there's not as many issues with Facebook Marketplace because you have a social reputation.
Right.
With Craigslist, you don't. And so, like I said, she actually has now more, she's very introverted, but at first she would like put the stuff on the porch. They would come pick it up, leave the money, and then she'd open the door and take the money and go, like she didn't want to meet people. And
Sure.
now she knows her customers and she's building those relationships and sees the value in that. But you do not have to actually meet people. You can ship, there's other options, but
Mhm.
anyway, that's a great
I would
way.
say
And
probably of all the things that are on the screen right now, Jenny, I would say that Facebook Marketplace, tell me if you disagree, would be the very fastest way to make some quick cash.
yes, because you can just take stuff around your house and do that, and there's no fees involved, so there's no risk.
Exactly. And it's, yeah.
Absolutely no risk.
Yep.
All right,
And you
let's
guys, if
move on.
you're selling on Amazon, take your Amazon returns or the things that, you can't
Yes,
sell and do Facebook Marketplace with it.
yes. Okay, I will say though, I have this pair of Nikes. I have 3 pairs that I cannot seem to sell. I keep dropping the price. I don't know what the deal is, and my pictures are awesome. So
Yeah.
every once in a while, maybe I'll give them to my friend because she can sell anything on there. But I don't know. Every once in a while, I hit this thing. It's like, what in the world? This won't move. Anyway, okay. Next is, this one is like our favorite, right? So
Yeah,
turning your
sure.
passion into profits. You want to talk about this one?
Yeah, we totally can. So, I mean, guys, I know a lot of you are selling online already, and you want to move into something to where you're teaching somebody something, you're making money off of that knowledge. And you probably heard, if you follow Jenny and I for any length of time, you've heard us talk about this. If you follow Jim Cockrum, it's the E of CES, expanding your audience, turning something, that passion, that knowledge that you have into income. And it's totally possible. And we could probably brainstorm like all these different types of niches. So yes, even that weird, crazy niche that you think is not going to be possible, there's probably a way to turn that into an income for you. And so we have serve, engage, grow here, but let me really quickly explain what this is. It could be like turning into a book, an ebook. It could be a podcast. It could be a course. It could be a mentoring program, some type of membership community. People pay to be a part of a community or pay to get content every month. It could be a mastermind group. It could be live events. We have a whole, we call it a spectrum of revenue possibilities off of one piece of content. So really fast, we for example, we took my book, Private Label the Easy Way, and I say this all the time, if it wasn't for Jenny, it just would have just been a book. Did really well in the book. It sold really well, very happy with it. But we help people go beyond that. So we wrote the book and then turned it into a course. And so that same exact information, just expounded on it. It became the course, made money off of that, had a mentoring community where we were teaching people more. They're in Facebook now. We have 2,400 people in that group where we're teaching these strategies to. And that's turned into several other streams of income that have come about by listening to that group. So that's where the serve kind of comes in, where we're giving out content in the group, and then you engage with them and you learn what do they need, because they had the course, but there were still people who wanted more, they needed more, they wanted accountability type groups. So we created those. We created live events from the same content. So you serve them well, you engage with them, and just listen to what your audience needs. And then from there, your audience will grow because people will come to you. They'll be drawn to you. So what does that mean for you? Well, what topic do you have right now that you're passionate about? What's something that you can talk about for hours? What's something that it just rolls off your tongue? People ask you about it all the time. It's that thing that it's fun, probably fun for you to do. It doesn't feel like work when you're doing it or when you're talking about it. It energizes you when you talk about it. When you do that thing, it gives you energy versus draining you. What is that for you? That actually could be income. For you guys that are selling online, you could take something that you've learned, some tip, some strategy, and turn that into a course, into a book, into multiple streams of income from that one piece of knowledge. So that's really fun. I mean, we have a whole program that we go deep into this because this is something that we love to do. We feel that every single person has a message that the world needs to hear. Your message matters, and our Influence the Easy Way program it's in a resource page that we'll share at the end of this webinar, can give you more information about what that group is about if you want to get into that. But there is something that you have that is valuable that people will pay you for. And that's what that group is, to help you figure out what that is.
Right. Okay. So people are asking for resources, guys. We're going to share a resource link at the end, and it will have links to other ways to learn about these different opportunities. Okay. Um, so number 5, become a VA. VA now, depending on what world you're in, as far as what circles you're in, VA, a lot of times people think of hiring people overseas, but a VA is just a virtual assistant. And there are, and that can mean a lot of things. It doesn't necessarily mean somebody from overseas. There are lots of people who are VAs here in the States or probably wherever you are. And so that means there's opportunity for you to be a VA if that's something that you want to do. If you're in a position where, you know, what is your skill set? That's really the thing to look at. What is your skill set? Awesome. Richard, thank you. So thinking about what do you know and how can I help other people? I know that there are people who are losing their jobs right now, and that's difficult, but you do have skills that you can probably bring and help other people who are building or trying to grow a business. That could be some good opportunities for you. So here's just some. This is by no means all inclusive, okay? You could do transcription services, social media. If you understand how to post on Facebook, I am telling you, there's plenty of people who do not understand Facebook and how to post, and it's just a big hurdle for them. Even Instagram or TikTok, Twitter, there's, you know, lots of opportunity there. If you're familiar with social media, even just one platform like Facebook, I'm definitely more familiar with Facebook than I am with Instagram. My daughter laughs at me all the time about my ignorance with Instagram that I can't seem to get my brain around, but I feel very confident I could help somebody with their social media on Facebook. So if you're just on one platform, that's totally fine. You can help other people. I promise you there's opportunity for that. Maybe you are a graphic designer and even without formal training, if you're getting a lot of input from other people who say, man, you're really good at this, you should, you know, do something. Not only can you create designs and sell them on Etsy, but you could also do graphic design for other people. You can create the memes or the graphics that people are putting on social media. You can create infographics. You could create logos. You could design slides. Some people don't know PowerPoint, and maybe you do. You could design presentations for people. You could do customer service, responding to emails. There's lots of opportunity to serve people with the skill sets that you have. And it's a great way to get started as well if you wanted to become a VA. I don't know if you have anything to add to that.
Yeah, so guys, basically anything that you were, and sorry if you said this, I was answering a question, but anything you might do for your regular job, if you're employed somewhere else, could be done online. And with not even a big company, it could be somebody like Jenny and I who are just, you know, people that work at home and don't know how to transcribe or don't want to transcribe or aren't social media experts. I'm definitely not a graphic design person. Jenny's really good at that, but there are people that, so she could easily, like if she had to, she could easily start doing graphic design for people. And so you have a skill. There are people out there that need that. Sites like Upwork, I need to add that to the resource page. So upwork.com is a site where you can offer your freelance services for sale, and they'll connect you with people. Fiverr, I know you may think, oh, that's, you know, just not a very good site, but I use it a lot. And you could, I know a guy that does very, very, very well on Fiverr, has a whole course on how to build a business just off of Fiverr. So essentially any skill, taking phone calls, making phone calls, any of that could be something that you do for somebody else and get some income going.
Yeah. So maybe a way to start with that is just take 10 or 15 minutes, sit down and just make a big long list of everything you know how to do.
Right.
That's probably where I would
and
start.
Don't assume, you know what, hey, because you guys might overlook what you know or what you're good
Absolutely.
at. You might think, well, I can type fast, but everybody can type fast. Well, no, they can't. Or, hey, Canva is so easy to use as a graphic designer. Why would anybody pay me to do it when they can go on Canva and do it? Well, not everybody knows their way around Canva or all these other tools. They would rather pay you to do it so they don't have to learn it, or just it'll take them 5 times as long as you will. So that time is valuable. And they're more than willing to pay you to do that type of stuff. So it's great. Take an inventory of everything that you can do, and there will be people that will pay you to do that.
Yes. I forgot that we had Facebook comments. I'm so sorry.
Oh no, that's
But
fine.
no, there
They're going
was
back and forth. Folks are
Belinda
talking to
asked,
each
yeah, I
other.
realized I was just in Zoom. Belinda asked, can you share info on the guy with Fiverr course? I'd love that video editor over here just getting on Fiverr.
Yeah, let's see. That's Belinda. It's Vasily Kitchigan. Let me find his how to spell his. He's from Russia. I learned a lot from him though. That's a really good guy.
So there's also some questions where some people already have a Facebook page, they're sharing things, or you might even have a group. Guys, we have been sharing groups in this group, in the Build Your Income Streams training group, the Facebook community here, that we're finding. And I think my experience has been with a lot of people who have large groups is they're afraid to monetize it. Don't be afraid to get creative in how you can monetize. I am learning this, that I'm actually realizing that I do like to help people. I give a lot of advice and a lot of free coaching and consulting as I'm brainstorming with people. It just kind of comes out. I can't help it. And what I found is the people that listen, they're excited, they get thrilled, and then they might go buy the same kind of training from somebody else, and then they'll do the work. People need to, what that's teaching me is I need to be charging more and not giving away so much free stuff, because only because people are not doing the work, because they're not investing. So there is something to be said, and there's more to be said than what I'm saying here, but something to be said about asking people to have skin in the game. They will appreciate what you're giving them and what you are selling them. They'll value it more if they pay for it than if it's something that's free. So having a Facebook group or community of some sort that's large, not even large, just that's willing to, that's invested in you and loyal, that you have a relationship with those people, there's opportunity. We talk about this a lot in this particular group here. Go through the training that we've done. And if you want to really dig in to how you can monetize an idea or something, an audience that you've already built, or even to grow an audience, you're going to want to check out the influencetheeasyway.com group, because we do dig into that more.
Should we share this, that resource?
Let
me share my screen and show it real quick and go through it like in 30 seconds?
Why don't we do that? We have just a few minutes, and then we want to share the last.
Okay.
You want to share? We want to share the.
So this is a super fancy Google Doc I created, guys. Don't get all amazed with how beautiful it looks. And I'll zoom in.
This is Ryan, the graphic designer.
This is exactly right. I don't know. Can you even can you make Google Docs even prettier anyway? I don't know.
You can.
Okay. Well,
it's like a Word document. So whatever you
teach me how to do that. So we talked about several different things tonight, and this is not even a hard sell. This is, if you're interested and you want to move forward, here's some things that we recommend. Proven Amazon course. If you're interested in selling on Amazon, it's a great course. Jenny and I have created a lot of the content for it. Amazing course. What's cool about this is that every single course that that Jim Cockrum ever comes out with gets included in this at some point. So you buy this once and it constantly just adds to itself. It's more like a library of courses, honestly. Kindle Direct Publishing. This is Jenny's course. All Things KDP is the name of it. It's awesome. She'll teach you. She does a lot of things called 10 books in 10 days and shows you how to get books out there quickly. And remember, it doesn't have to be just like, you're not going to be sitting there writing a book. You can, but it could be things like journals, for example, with just lines. And so she'll talk about that in that course. Amazon Merch is a great platform if you want to do print-on-demand t-shirts. If you want to turn your passion into profits, Influence the Easy Way. That's the course and program that Jenny and I have that we love to talk about. We love that group and love helping people take something they're passionate about and turn it into an income. We didn't talk about this tonight. I'm actually, my podcast episode number 10, Streams of Income podcast, has my friend Mark Willis on it. He actually is going to be on again this Friday, but everybody who just lost a bunch of money in the stock market, that did not happen to Malene and I because of this. And there's a link there for more information about that. Tools, we're using Zoom right now for video conferencing. That's more for if you're interested in the Influence the Easy Way program and you're doing webinars and stuff. And then Jenny's book, Sweet Spot Revenue, you can get a free copy there, my ebook, and also just a quick threw this together in a couple of days of the streams of side hustle income. So these are 50 different online and offline ways to create some money now. So that's the resource. You can get that at, what's that link?
It is influencetheeasyway.com/resources. I put it in the chat and in the comments. So just so you can see the pretty slide again, there you go. It's influencetheeasyway.com/resources. That's going to be a living document. That's why we put it in Google Docs, so we can just update it regularly for you guys. But you're going to want to pay attention to that. I think we hit, well, there might be some questions in the Q&A. I wanted to just mention, guys, we're about to jump on to another webinar. Would love to invite you to be a part of that if it's something that would be helpful for you.
I'll get the Zoom link for that.
Okay, so the title of it is Staying Social While Social Distancing, I think is what it's called. Just we are seeing a lot of people isolating, being discouraged, having to cancel events, and we know that we have tools like what we're doing here where to reach people and to connect. So we wanted to help as many people as we can learn about the opportunities that are available online to be able to connect with their audiences. We're kind of focusing a bit on, there's going to be a lot of pastors and churches, ministries there, but it's the principles apply across the board. So we're just going to be talking about brainstorming a bit about how to engage with your community, with your audience that's an offline audience with online tools. So if you're interested in that, did you post it somewhere?
I did.
I didn't see it. Oh, there it is. Do you want to put it in the chat too for Zoom? Or
yep, I did. I'll do it again.
Oh, I totally missed it. You guys are so fast
because you're
with all
talking.
the comments after.
It's okay.
Yeah.
No
okay.
problem.
My podcast. You'll hear more. That's all I can say right now. I'm hoping to launch it on Tuesday. I'm not going to share much more than that until then, so you're going to have to wait. But thank you for asking. It has been a work in progress for a while.
Guys, I want to put my email in here. If you, and a lot of you might have questions about just stuff.
Yeah, or use Facebook Messenger. That's helpful too. Okay, so Darcy, you're already on KDP and merch, but you can't tie down a niche. It seems to be the biggest hurdle for you. I found, honestly, when I'm looking to tighten in on a niche in a market, is I just get involved. Really, Facebook has a huge opportunity. If you can find a group there, get involved there and start paying attention, you'll start seeing kind of some trends, and that might help you get tighter in your niche. Another thing to do is maybe go look at magazine covers and see what topics are being addressed there. Maybe there's some things from KDP and merch. Right now, there's so much opportunity with merch, I think, with homeschooling jokes, because everybody's homeschooling. I don't know if everybody is across the country, but schools in Oregon, they're closed until the end of April. I think that's going to be extended. Some places are closed for the rest of the year. So there's been a lot of funny things getting posted about homeschooling and being a homeschool family. It just makes me laugh. And so there's lots of opportunities around what's happening right now to kind of make things a little bit lighter and fun. But I would get involved in communities and start just watching for opportunities. They'll show themselves.
Yep, good stuff. Guys, okay. The reason I put my email in there is if you had questions about any of these strategies, the reason we're doing this, we just want to help you guys. And I know a lot of you already know this stuff, but we're just here to serve. And so if you have questions about these strategies or other strategies or just whatever, feel free to reach out anytime. It's a way for us to help you guys out, get through this